Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Richard Higoff, and today we are going to talk about the importance of learning, what personal development has done for me and what it can do for you. Because as part of our journey to become successful, to bring impact to the people around us and within our country and our continent, we need to start learning. And there are so many benefits of learning, and learning starts everything. The whole process from you being a nobody to becoming a successful and somebody who is able to give back to the community starts from learning. And me, I have embarked on that journey. It has helped me, and I want to share my experiences with you so that you can also embark on it and change your life. So let's begin. So for me, let me tell you the story of how it started. When I completed high school, that is SHS, I was told to go and open a bank account. So I had to go there to go and do some inquiries about what I would need to open the bank account. So I met this guy who was doing his national service probably there, and I spoke to him. Then through the conversation, he asked me what my plan was, whether I'll be going to the university or what. So I told him, I don't want to waste my time going to school for 4 years. Why don't I work? And within that 4 years, probably I would have upgraded to a level that I'll be earning much salary. So then he gave me a scenario, and he said that there are two people digging a hole. One is using a pickaxe and one is using an excavator. Who is doing more hard work? And obviously is the one using the pickaxe. But who is going to be paid more? The one using the excavator. And he said the reason that is because the one using the excavator, has built his knowledge base in order to be able to use that machine. You understand? Now he has the skill to use that machine, so he's going to be paid more because with the help of the machine, he can do a lot of work. But the one using the pickaxe, he can only do so much. You understand? He's going to use his manpower and he lacks skills. So what he told me was to build my knowledge base. He didn't tell me to go to school. He said I should build my knowledge base. And there he recommended a book to me. So I gave him money and later I came for it. And the book was The Richest Man in Babylon. And that was where everything started. I started learning, and through the journey, I met Jim Rohn, who said learning is the beginning of wealth.
Don't be casual in learning. Don't be lazy in learning. Information is the key. Learning is the beginning of wealth. Learning is the beginning of health. Learning is the beginning of prosperity, the beginning of freedom. All values, all virtues start with the learning process. So don't be lazy in learning. Don't be lazy in gathering the library that will teach you and instruct you.
Probably you've heard the quote that says that the more you learn, the more you earn. You understand? And me, on the journey of learning, Jerome said we should be students who are willing to learn everything. Because in life, ignorance is not bliss. And what that means is, people say that if you don't know about something, it doesn't matter. But it really matters, because whatever you don't know might hurt you. You understand? If you're a farmer and you don't know that you have to plant in during the rainy season, and you wait during the drying season, that's when you plant, it is going to hurt you. You understand? There are vital informations in life that we need to know about. Else, if you are going to live your life based on what people say and, hearsays and just things that you've learned from childhood, you've seen around you, you might not get so far in life. You understand? You need to learn. And part of it is to start listening, reading. You understand? Videos that you need to watch. And for me, since he spoke to me about building my knowledge base, I've never stopped learning. I've never stopped learning. And let me tell you some of the things that it has helped me to do. One, when you start learning, it helps you to think. Because part of the information or the thinking process is when you have an idea, you understand, the way for you to be able to think about it very well is by the information you already have in your head. So let's say you have a problem that you want to solve. Your ability to solve that problem will depend on the information you have. You understand? And there are people who have more information, so they are able to scan through a lot of the information they have to be able to tackle the problems that they face in their life. You understand? So if you look at any successful person, they have libraries in their homes that they are reading constantly, trying to find more information. Because the good thing about our generation is that a lot of people have gone through certain life experiences that they have to discover the solutions, and they've written the step-by-step process of how they solve these problems that we can just take advantage of. We don't have to go through it. We just have to learn how to tackle these problems and just use it, so that we don't have to go through the problem of the pain of solving it. You understand? So it helps you to think when you want to think. So when you start learning, it opens your brain. When you hear somebody talking, whatever the person is talking about, because of the information you have in your head, you'll be able to detect whether this person is speaking the truth or whatever he's saying is right or wrong, so that you don't just get moved around by anybody's talks. Because a lot of people talk, but they don't say anything positive, or they don't say anything of value. They just talk. And most of the things people say are just hearsays. They don't know anything about it. It is your job to start learning, to open your brain, so that when you start hearing people talk, you'll be able to tell, to analyze, so that when somebody gives you an advice, you'll be able to analyze it yourself. So that is what it has helped me to. And two, it helps you to see. When you learn, you get to see. Because whatever we see, some people talk about reality, the reality of life and all that. Understand that your reality of life is based on the information you have and the experiences you've had in your life. You understand? People born in war countries see the world different than you. People living in the rural areas, the villages, see the world differently than you see it. People born in rich families see the world different than those who are born in poor families. So what you might consider reality of life is not the reality of everyone, but just your reality. So if you have information, you learn, you get to know all these things. You understand? So that you realize that your reality is not the reality of everyone, and that gives you the hope that you can change it. And information, knowledge helps you to do that. It is the key to everything. So you need to learn. As we Africans, as we Ghanaians, we have to start learning. Learning is very important. You cannot just sit there and just hear something and follow it. When you learn, you get to analyze all these things. It will open your eyes to see the opportunities, because people who are able to see opportunities are people with information, those who learn. They can see what is around them. They are able to tell what is happening. You understand? And three, learning gives you the opportunity to spare you of all the pain. This life is made of principles and processes that you need to learn. If you don't learn them and you try to do it by whatever you think people are saying, it's going to be a problem for you. You understand? You need to learn. You need to learn to know the processes, how the world works. So that once you know these processes, you just have to apply them to your life. Don't try to challenge it. Don't try to do anything. Just follow the principles of life and try to learn them. So that when you apply them to your life, you learn, you ask yourself, okay, you want to be successful, you want to be rich. What did the rich people do? They have books that they've written telling you what they did, the work they did, how they saw things, the mindset and everything. Everything has been written. And when you learn those books, when you read them, you get to apply their principles in your life. You understand? So learning is very important. You need to learn. Because right now, if you want to change your life, anybody out there who has become successful, when you tell the person you want your life to change, the first thing they will tell you is to start learning, building your skills. Because the world is changing. You understand? And those who are willing to change will be the ones who will enjoy. Those who are not willing to change, they are going to suffer. And I don't think anybody wants to suffer, because you see, every era of life or generation, with the advancement that comes within that generation will tell the amount of suffering people will go through. So if you look at back then when there was no tech and all those things, no machines to work, when people were working with their hands, those who had simple tools like cutlass and things were, getting things easier than those who had to work with their hands. And for them, they didn't have to go through much suffering because, comparing them to those using the simple tools weren't that different. But if you look at now, the advancement of technology, to those who are not advancing themselves, the gap or the suffering, because these people can finish your work 2 times, 3 times faster. When they are moving at a 10x speed, you will be stuck at 1. And if you are in an environment trying to compete with such people, it's going to be difficult. And the only way to compete is when you start learning and building your knowledge, your skills. You understand? Getting information so that you'll be able to compete with them. Whatever technology they will be using, you'll be able to also use it. Because if you don't know anything, people travel, they wake up, they are being told that when you travel, you become successful, which is not true. You understand? They wake up, when they go out there, they don't learn anything. They just stick to their own mindset they have, because already the mindset you have thinking that when you go out there things will work out for you is the wrong one, which means you don't have the information. And you get there too, you never learn, and you are still doing menial jobs. People are aspiring to go and do jobs that won't get them anywhere. Now if you think about it, these are countries whereby technology is rising fast. Now, if you are back home, let's say you're in Ghana and you are thinking of going there to go and do a restaurant job or a factory job that somebody is working tirelessly to build a robot that can do that job, it's going to be a problem for you. You understand? And information will help you know this thing so that you don't go and lock yourself in a trap that later you realize that what you were seeing on the television and what you were hearing on the news are not the truth. The one who learns, the one who sees, or the one who tries to find information will be spared of all these traps. Because ignorance is not bliss. What you don't know will hurt you. So spare yourself of the pain. If you don't know that when you eat too much sugar, you are going to get diabetes and it is going to hurt you, you are going to get sick and die, and you eat more sugar, you are going to get sick and die. Don't sit there and say, if you don't know about these things, it doesn't matter. It matters. Try to know how the world is moving, the changes, and try to adapt. People who have knowledge are able to adapt, and that is what you are supposed to be doing. And for me, regardless of any environment, I will be able to, because I'm willing to learn, I'll be able to adapt. People who are willing to learn are able to adapt. So be that person. Right now, wake up. What are you reading? What videos are you watching? What are you listening to? Because for me, the fundamental things that set me up on this path that I started listening to, I've never lost them. They are always on my phone, and I listen to them every single day. Because it is said that the fact that you heard it the first time doesn't mean you got the message. You have to listen to it over and over and over. And for me, that's what I do. I listen to it, and every time you listen to it, you get a new information, because part of the advantages of gathering more is to help you understand what you already know. You understand? So more information will help you to understand what you are bringing in and what you even already know. You understand? So that is the benefit of learning. If you want to change your life, start by learning. Learning is very important. If you don't learn, regardless of what you do, you will suffer. That is life. If you don't know the principles of life, that you need to sow and reap, and when you sow, you have to water, you have to protect it, you will suffer. Know the principles of life. You need to know how the world is moving. Technology is rising. You are still craving for menial jobs that they have built machines to do. And you are aspiring to go and do that in someone's country. A country that is moving fast with technology. By the time you get there, maybe you will get a chance to do the job, but then you get laid off because now they hired a robot that they don't have to pay. The robot that all they have to do is, well, fix it when it gets spoiled. But most robots work longer, 24 hours. So now, if you really want to change your life, you have to learn. That's why we are putting this content out there. Now, for most of you, you are so caught up in the entertainment and all that. If you want to be successful, you need to know the balance. That you need to spend more time learning about productive things that will help you to get there. You see, I know, for example, most of my friends are so much focused on football. Everything they do is about football. They know about the players, all the teams that the player has played, the number of games the player has played, the money that was paid to get that player. But if you look at his life, he's doing nothing, learning nothing about the things that will get him to where he's going on. You understand? Your hobby, you're spending all your time on a hobby, learning about somebody who is achieving his dreams. And most people are not even aspiring to become footballers. And most people are not going to get a chance to play those things. So you should know the balance. If you are doing these things, unless maybe you are in the industry and you are moving and you learn from these people. But if that is not this thing, you don't need to spend major time on minor things. These are minor things. Because if you are there and you don't have money and you want to be successful and you are watching all this stuff, wasting your time watching all these games and crying and betting and all those things, they are not going to help you. You understand? So I'm not going to talk much. I'm going to leave you here so that you learn. Because part of this, if you want to learn more, you can subscribe to this channel, because I'll be posting educational content, things that will help us get to wherever we want to get to, and that's to be successful. You understand? Life, it's not about just waking up and going to work and just working for somebody to achieve his dream. Wake up and do something for yourself. And it starts by learning, develop yourself, how to talk, how to present yourself, how to think, to help you to think, and how to see opportunities and how to take advantage of it, how to solve problems. All comes through learning. Everything. If you want good health, you have to learn. You need to know. You understand? So I hope this video makes sense to someone out there. And if you see it, you like it, do me a favor and subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. Leave your thoughts. Okay. Now, some of these contents don't get views, but it doesn't matter. We are still putting it out there. Maybe one day someone will find it that it is going to cause a change in his or her life, and that's why I do this video. So we are not going to follow the trend. We are going to do what we set out to do, and that is to promote talent and development in Africa and in Ghana. So, and it starts with learning. That's why we are making these videos. Okay. So thank you, and see you in my next video. Peace out.